But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
The loud sound of alarm clock echoed in your ear. You quickly grabbed it from the nightstand and shutting it off, you placed it back. You stretched your neck and pushing your lazy legs up off of the bed, you grabbed your mobile phone from the side table and texted your friend Felix a happy birthday along with some cute pictures with him. It was exact 12 o'clock and you didn't want him getting a wish from someone else as you wanted to wish him first. You headed to the bathroom. As you read his text message, it said that he will be right at your place within 10 minutes. You brushed your teeth and took a relaxing quick shower. Once you have finished, you turned off the tap and you stepped out of the bathroom and walked to your closet. You were looking for something nice and elegant to wear. The clothes which were at first row were casual and simple, t-shirts and old pants. Finally you picked up a red bodycon dress that was at the back of your closet. You couldn't believe that you had this much beautiful dress as mostly you wear long baggy clothes and oversized shirts. Slipping into it, you walked to the mirror to see yourself. A smirk crept on your lips as you giggled to yourself. After applying a red lipstick along with some rosy blush on cheeks, you headed downstairs, feeling a flutter of stomach. Within 10 minutes, you decorated the table. You smiled at the lit-up candles perfectly set in the middle of the table, along with his favorite flowers, jasmine. You took your seat and smiled to yourself, waiting for him. Today was his 24th birthday, and you wanted tonight to be special. Though it only been 2 months since you met him, but Felix always made you feel special by doing small gestures like sending you a bouquet of red roses, your favorite chocolates and some dresses, so you also wanted to make him feel special on his birthday. That's why you did all the arrangements. 2 hours passed but he didn't show up, which made you anxious. You dialed his number but he didn't answer the call, which made you more anxious. You also sent him so many voicemails but he didn't respond to them even. Felix, where are you? You tapped your nails against the glass table while looking at the food which got cold. You were wondering why he was not answering your call. You sighed and looked at the wall clock which was ticking 2:15 at night. What if something happened to him, you thought in your mind. You couldn't sit there like a silent spectator and wait for him to come, so you decided to go check him yourself. You grabbed your car keys and rushed to the outside. You were standing near the front door of his house. You rang the bell, knocked at the door, but no one responded. You suddenly remembered that once Felix told you about hidden key under the porch. You dragged the porch and found a key to open the door. You entered in. Once the door got unlocked, you looked for him around the house, but he was not there. You walked upstairs, where his single room was. You slowly walked towards it, and hair which made you feel frozen on the ground. Don't open the door, Ryan, if you wanna stay happy. Your voice was repeating in your head while sweat was fully covering your body. You couldn't be more patient as you opened the door and your foot frozen on the ground. What the? You said, catching your eyes. Felix was widened. As he looked at you, he quickly jumped up from the bed and walked to you. Ryan, what you saw was not a truth, he mumbled, looking at you. It's over, you said while tears threatening to fall from your eyes. No, please don't say like this, he said. You glared at him with lips trembling as you cried into the palm of your hands, not caring that your mascara was ruining. You briskly walked downstairs and reaching your car, you left for your house while Felix following you behind in his car. You opened the door and entered inside the living room while Felix also came in before you could lock the door. Ryan, please, I'm sorry, he said, sitting beside you on the sofa. I don't wanna see you, you said, while tears rolling down on your cheeks. No, Ryan, she tried to understand. I realized that I was wrong, he said. You felt a sharp pain in your heart. You still feel bad? You know, I can't stay away from you. But he was speaking out, but you cut him off. But nothing, let's just say I didn't catch you, you said, choking through your tears. Felix said nothing and he just looked at his shoes as some tears fell on his chest. Nothing to defend, you said, making him look up at you. No, I can't leave you, Ryan. Everything about you makes me happy. He said, sobbing heavily. If you won't leave, I will call the cops. You said your eyes were all red and you cried a lot. Felix gulped down and looked at you for one last time. He sighed and left. Please, you say bad. I thought now, but no, I would never be able to find someone who could make me happy. You said between the things. After 1 week, you were sitting in a football stadium along with your childhood friend Jihu. You always treated Jihu like your sister and you had no other sibling. I told you, Ryan, that he was your own, but you denied, saying that he loved you. She said, looking at your pale face. It's because I was in his greasy talks, always thought that Felix was a good person. You said and sigh left your mouth. Oh, come on, don't be sad. That is a life. I hope you find someone who will treat you good. She said, patting your shoulder. You nodded, forcing a smile. Well, it's my birthday tomorrow and I'm not gonna hear any excuse. You are coming to my place and that's final, she said with bit stern expressions on her face. Even if you won't invite, I will come, you said, smiling at her. The next evening, it was around 7:30 o'clock in the evening. While you will have to reach Jihu party until 8 o'clock, you were standing in front of the mirror, carefully adjusting the delicate necklace that hung around your neck. You were almost ready for Jihu's birthday party. You stepped back to admire yourself in the mirror. Your dress was soft shade of lavender flowing down to your ankle with delicate lace detailing on the sleeves. You had styled your hair in a loose wave which were adorned with tiny sparkling pins that caught the light whenever you moved. You then quickly slipped into your silver shiny heels and headed out. After plopping down in the car, you started the engine and playing your favorite music on radio. You felt yourself at ease. The drive to Jihu's house was quick as her house was only 15 away from yours. You noticed that the house was darker. The lights were coming from the backyard. You walked up to the pathway, your heels clicking softly against the stone floor. Finally, you reached the wooden gate to the backyard. As you entered in, you heard the faint sound of music. Your eyes twinkled at the view in front of your eyes. The backyard was transformed into enchanted garden. Twinkling fairy lights were strung from the branches of the tall oak trees, casting a warm golden glow over everything. You slowly made your way further into the garden. As you were searching for Jihu, you thought that it will be a small party, but there were a lot of people. The air was filled with the scent of fresh flowers and hint of something sweet, like a vanilla and honey. You saw Jihu standing along with some of her school friends. She was wearing a yellow shimmery gown with her blonde hair woven with flowers. Why, Annie, she's a queen, running to you as you took her into her. You smiled. A very happy birthday to you, you said, handing her a box wrapped in a red sheet. It was not needed at all. By the way, did you like the view of the garden? She said excitedly. It's just incredible. I can't form words to describe how beautiful it is looking, you said, looking around again. While you both were talking and laughing, you heard a familiar voice from behind which made you gulp down. You turned around and saw Felix standing while his hands were on each other. Why didn't you invite him? You whispered, yelled at Jihu, who turned around and got startled. But I didn't invite him. She was cut off by you. No, I don't wanna encounter him. I will have to hide somewhere before his sharp eyes find me. You said and ran inside the house. You were running inside the house, but suddenly your eyes fell on one of the room door which was closed. I was enjoying birthday party with Jihu, but then I found Felix. I just didn't want to encounter him to make myself in front of so many people. But I wonder why Jihu invited him on my birthday party, knowing the fact that no. I looked around the room and noticed it was empty, so I sighed in a relief and sat on the bed. I know I should be outside with Jihu, so she is celebrating the fact that finally she turned 18. But I also don't want to face Felix because I know I will end up crying and everybody in the party would laugh. I don't want anyone to make me feel person on this planet. I looked around the room and I realized that it was dark. I didn't even bother to turn on the light because I just want myself to get a period. What are you doing here? A male voice startled me as I jumped on towards the owner of the voice, Jungkook. How he is happening here? Isn't he supposed to be in Paris for 2 years? Then how he appeared all of a sudden? I looked at him with my wide opened eyes and mouth. His face had written something on, a look of pure amusement and handsomeness. I cast my eyes. Oh my, I'm afraid I will be fainted. He didn't change at all. He looks absolutely beautiful. My dear man, stop thinking this. I medley myself. Well, leave I am. A little baby's all grown up. He said, making my cheeks flash. Jungkook used to known as bad boy at the college. I often used to see him stealing glances at me, but I thought he is like this. Though I had known him since the day I saw him for the first time with Jihu, as I invited her at lunch, but I never knew that she had this much handsome and charming brother, but didn't got any sign from his side, so I kept my feelings inside my heart and let the time decide my destiny. Then one day Jihu told me that Jungkook is being sent to abroad to look after his dad's business there cause he had completed his education. Jungkook is 6 years older than me. I didn't even went to the airport to see him off. Then after some time Felix came in my life. He treated me like princess. I could never think in my mind that he could, as he used to say, me. Hey, what's wrong? Cat got your tongue? He asked, breaking the chain of my thoughts. What? I asked, looking at him with my big open eyes. Thankfully, he spoke, otherwise, I thought you became mute. He laughed, making me roll my eyes. What do you think of yourself? Are you the only one in the world who is smart? I said, crossing my arms over my chest. Well, I got quite admirers who call me smart and handsome, so don't you feel, little girl? He said, winking. Dreams on, I said, taking a deep sigh. Well, what are you doing in my room, little girl? Don't you feel like partying or did you come here to spend? He asked while smirk tugging on his lips. You didn't even tell me that you were coming, and if I ever knew it's your room, I won't hide myself here. I said, playing with my hands. Maybe she forgot to tell you, cause she also got to know this morning. And by the way, why are you hiding here? Did you see a ghost outside? He asked as he looked at my face, which got sad all of a sudden. It's not, I whispered, but I guess he heard it. Did some ask his amusing eyes were now showing concern as they softened. No, nothing, I replied, forcing a smile. Oh, come on, don't lie, little girl. Jihu told me about Felix. I really feel pity on him cause he left a diamond in your farm. He said, looking deep into my eyes. His deep eyes were swallowing. So I never thought that someone could be so handsome. His words were urging me. He was literally mesmerizing me. Well, it's bad for, he asked out of nowhere, and I looked at him shocked. I think I heard something roar, but then he repeated the same thing, making the countless butterflies having party inside my stomach. Tell me it's good, he said. I shook my head while cheeks heated up. After half an hour, we were in the garden where Jihu was cutting the cake. I was trying to make distance from Jihu. My cheeks were all red and I was feeling so shy as Jungkook was staring at me from top. Everyone was enjoying themselves. I was talking to Jihu when suddenly Felix came to us. I just wanted to run away from there, but then Jisoo held my hand, making me stop as according to her instead of escaping. So I can't do if then I should make him feel dumb. Hey beautiful ladies, I'm sorry Jihu that I came to your birthday party without any invitation, but I just wanted to celebrate it as we used to earlier. I know it's hard, but this should not spoil our friendship. Okay, I still consider you as my best friend. He said, and I scoffed, urging to push the rising tears back. Then Felix turned, which got everyone shocked and startled. You know, a man like you better deserve this. Our friendship has been best since the time, she said, holding my hand tightly. In the meantime, Jungkook came to us running. Are you okay? He asked, looking at me concerned. I nodded, smiling at him. Then we all cut the cake. The new chapter of my life started and I was feeling so good. 2 days later, Arthur spoke. Tonight you invited Jihu and Jungkook at your place for dinner. You were in the kitchen taking the baked pizza out of the oven that you had already cooked bibimbap, tteokbokki, japchae, mashed potatoes and kimchi with white rice. Once everything was done, you went upstairs into your room to get ready. You walked to your closet looking for something nice to wear. Then your eyes fell on the black skirt along with tank top. Grabbing it quickly, you jumped into it, leaving your hair free from the ponytail. You did a little bit of makeup on your face and then walked to the downstairs as soon as you heard the bell ring. You opened the door, revealing Jungkook and Jihu, who were smiling at you. Please come in, you said, looking at Jungkook. As they both entered inside and you led them to the cozy living room. Seems like you made really delicious food. Oh, the smell, she said, and you chuckled. Don't be so dramatic. You have tasted my homemade food many times, so don't overdo, she said, making you her chuckle. Viney, let's have dinner first. I just can't let the rat dance in my stomach anymore, she said, making you both laugh as she ran to the dining area. You were chuckling while walking behind her. Your cheeks flushed, and you ran behind Jihu after winking at him. Dinner time. Everyone was having a food peacefully when and are you okay? She asked concerned. You nodded, forcing a smile. Have some water, Vian, he said, smirking at you while you music is nice. Your choice is too good, Vianchi, she said while eating the kimchi. Yeah, it's going well, he said. Jungkook looked at you and you were eating peacefully. He then looked at his plate. When you realized that you couldn't, you looked at him, but he shook his head in no, making you getting Jihu's attention. Are you okay? She asked, looking at you frowned. Yeah, the food is just so good, you said, trying to form a smile. Yeah, it really is, he said, smirking. Jungkook, didn't you ask me that you wanted to see my bedroom? You asked, giving him a glare. Oh, did I? Oh, yeah, let's go, he said and got up. But let's finish food first, she asked, frowning at both of you. You ate the food to your fullest until you fed it, he said, and you looked at him in a disbelief. Reaching the room, making him smirk. Cook, you said. Don't cry, little princess, he smirked.